Hey, good morning, church. I'm doing something a little different. I've been doing a lot of posts lately on Instagram and my Facebook page. By the way, if you have not followed me on Instagram, go to my Instagram page, kingship.company. Follow me there, or my YouTube channel, kingship.co, and subscribe to my channel there. But I was going to do something a little different and do this video encouragement instead of just a post because I like those a lot better. Let's read something that I've been reading in Acts chapter 14, verse 23. All right, let me read it to you. At each place they went, which is the disciples, they strengthened the lives of the believers and encouraged them to go deeper in their faith. And they taught them it is necessary for us to enter into the realm of God's kingdom because that's the only way we will endure our many trials and persecutions. This is a reminder that this is not just to rely on your pastor or rely on any leader to strengthen yourself, or to for one person. You shouldn't be relying on one person like a peer or a pastor or whatever for anything. This is what the disciples did. They went throughout the towns and the cities that they were preaching the gospel to, and they encouraged them to strengthen their faith directly with God themselves. So it's like a relationship. And if you haven't been told it's a relationship, this is a relationship. This is not a religion that we go and we listen to a preacher out of the Bible and then that fills it. No, this is a relationship where we have to, yes, we go to church and we listen to the pastor, but the pastor should reveal something personally about our relationship to the Lord, or what the Lord's trying to tell us in this season for today, that it encourages us, it strengthens us, and then we can be stronger. But this is awesome because it's a reminder. We have to go deeper in our faith with God. Okay, we have to go deeper in that. And then it says it is necessary for us to enter into the realm of God's kingdom because that's the only way we will endure our many trials and persecutions. It is necessary for us to enter into the kingdom daily. How can you enter into the kingdom? It's literally spending time with Him in prayer and reading our word and imagining what He imagines and feeling and receiving that peace that comes from heaven. It's the only way we can endure and we can make it out through the opposition, through the oppression, through the trials that we encounter in our life. And we need it right now, especially right now. The church, unfortunately, is pretty much sleeping on it. We're not doing anything. We're actually just kind of laying around and hoping something happens, hoping, that somebody changes and fixes it. But honestly, it's like, this is our job. This is what we're supposed to do as the body. I feel like so many times we forget to read this thing. We're Christians and we go to church and everything, but we forget to really read this for ourselves. And we don't build ourselves up, and we're basically Sunday to Sunday type people. We're like crisis to crisis. I think there's a responsibility here that was being reminded from the original church, the disciples, saying that we need to be in this word. We need to be strengthening ourselves, accessing heaven, being with Jesus daily in order to endure. All right? That's the word. And you know what? To go with it, God is speaking a lot to the church right now, and He's speaking to me about the church, about the original church. And that's why I'm reading in Acts right now, because He's bringing me back so I can see, so I can feel, so I can hear, so I can listen to what the disciples were preaching about, were passionate about, and what they endured and what they did for the sake of the gospel. The church today is not doing that. The Western church is, most of us are basically just doing, I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I don't want to stir the pot. I don't want to do any of those things that go against my government or go against our leaders. No. The disciples did that all day long, every single day, for the sake of the gospel, because we have been mandated to do just that. To preach the gospel, to heal the sick, to see them recover, to lay hands on them, to spread the gospel. The gospel is freedom. Freedom. That is the gospel. And if we're not preaching the gospel and we're backing away from it, and we're saying, that we need to follow the mandates of our state and our whatever it is, then we're not doing what the disciples did and were mandated to do. In the place of opposition, they stood their ground. And you know what? they were joyful to do it because they knew that's what they were supposed to do. This might be a little deep for the first video, but I just want you to know that when I'm going to be doing these videos, I'm going to be encouraging you guys and us to come back to the first love of the gospel and seeing what it's going to do for you, for the church, and for this country, for the world. We really, really need to wake up and get back to it because it's critical. That's it for today. I know it was a lot, kind of deep, but I'm done, and I will probably see you and talk to you in another day. Bye-bye.